I had to cut some people out.
I had to stop calling them.
Had to let them go.
Hope they don't call me no more. Had to delete them on Facebook and Instagram. Yeah.
Welcome back to Lamp Oil Stock, an Israelite channel where we look at different issues that are brought up throughout the times with an Israelite point of view. But before we continue, I want to ask everybody to take a moment right now to subscribe or vote it up or down. Do something right this moment just so that
Wait.
What?
Don't vote it down just yet.
No, vote it down now, and that way, if you like it, you can vote it up afterwards. But either way, we'll know you're there. See, that's it.
Okay.
I'll take down votes. That's fine. It's okay. The
Subscribe?
Oh, I did say that, didn't I?
I don't know. I don't
Okay.
remember.
Subscribe, vote up or down, do something this moment.
Leave a comment. Let us know that you're there, that you're listening, that you like the content that we're putting up, or don't like the content that we're putting up. Either way, it's fine with me.
There we go. Okay, now that housekeeping is out of the way, what are we talking? Let's talk about something different, or do something a little different this time.
Okay.
All right, because normally we're trying to bring out a message, bring out something going on in the Bible, something at that point, but not today.
Right. I just kind of want to bitch.
Okay. All right. Okay. So what are we bitching about?
Everything. I'm frustrated. I have a lot of things on my mind and in my spirit, and I just kind of want to bitch about it.
Okay. All right.
We do this channel, and
Yep.
one of the things that we do is we're trying to bring out what the Most High wants for us, and we're trying to, by going into the Bible, seeing what He says, and trying to get people to think about what they're doing in their own lives, and adjust according to how the Most High wants them to go.
Right.
But I think that everybody needs some little respite, because a lot of it can become overwhelming
Right.
when you're thinking about what it is God wants for you and trying to figure out how to incorporate that into the life you're living.
Yep.
And so we all, at least I, go out and I listen to other people because I want to hear what their views are about different stuff. And
Right.
So I don't just listen to Israelites, but I'll listen to the black community, or people who say that they represent the black community in one form or another.
Right.
And you see things in the news of things that's going on with the black community, and we don't really do videos on what's going on in the news, because I think it's a big distraction from what's important.
Well, it's really missing. I mean, the news is happening, and you can find it all over the place. But reaction to the news doesn't necessarily lead you to the Bible.
Right. And it doesn't lead you to doing the right thing. You need to stop, think about it before you take action or before you come to a conclusion.
Right.
And I'm hot-tempered.
Is that what you're calling it now? Is that what it is? Hot-tempered? Oh, okay.
That's a nice word. Kinda. So I get real upset and I want to yell, cuss, and fuss, and I do, to myself.
To me? But okay, go ahead.
But I understand that that's still just it's just a very small fraction of what's important. One of our brothers or sisters get gunned down in the street by a cop or another brother or sister or whoever. I have thoughts and feelings about it, and I get angry, and sometimes I just want to cry. But the Bible tells us all of this stuff is going to happen, and it tells us why it's going to happen. So, if I get on and I do a video about that, then it's bringing attention to that incident. but it's not bringing attention to the fuller picture of what's going on, which is what we need to keep our eye on.
Right.
The Bible tells us everything that we need to know, and that's what we need to keep looking at in order to be able to navigate the world that we're in.
Right.
Not, drive by something happening at the moment.
Yeah. Now, all that out of the way.
Yeah.
With all that out of the way, not this video.
Right.
So now we were talking earlier. What did you see today?
Well,
what did you see?
I was watching a couple of people from the so-called black media.
Right.
They're supposed to be conscious and they're supposed to be woke, and it just aggravates and annoys me because I listen to a lot of people who
Yep.
are supposedly conscious and woke, and they talk about things that are, near and dear to my heart. Anytime you talk about my people in a positive or a negative way, that's something that I'm interested in and something that I want to jump on board and listen to. And so, a lot of times I will agree with a lot of things that they say, but it's their conclusions. It's always the conclusions that I have an issue with. If we're talking about politics, well, they'll talk about how these people aren't representing us, how we're not getting anything from this system,
Right.
and how we need to, and here it is, come together, and we need to put people in place that are like us, that care about our issues, that are going to help us. We need to, even if they're, we need to make sure that before we cast our vote, we are voting in people who have made promises to us.
I got it. I'm sorry. I got to step back for a minute here. So, just a personal aside here for a second. I haven't voted. I haven't participated for years. I mean, for years.
Right.
Maybe it's just me, but left, right, it's the same damn bird. I mean, it don't matter. Black people been voting forever. And we ain't got nothing we wanted. Why do people think it's going to change tomorrow if you start casting your vote? This ain't our nation. I mean, it is. We live here. But they don't care what we have to say.
Well, and if you go to the Bible, which is where I try to keep my opinions from, it tells us that you shouldn't vote for someone that's not of you. Now, the last time I voted was for Obama when he ran the first time. And then soon after that, I thought, what the hell did I do?
That was
a wake-up call.
That was a special moment right there. Oh, he won, and we were all sitting there watching, and I was like, hey, that's the seat of Satan behind him. What is this?
And that was part of the journey that God took me through to wake me up and come out of that system. But it doesn't matter if I'm listening to someone from the conscious community, if they're black media, or if I'm listening to an Israelite that's in this woke type, so-called woke type state, because when they're talking about the news, they're always only giving you a little fraction in order to get you to think or feel some way about something that's really irrelevant.
Right.
And they always want to give you some answer. Somebody I listen to says, I wouldn't give you a question unless I was ready to give you an answer as to how to solve the problem. And I'm like, wow. Wow, you're stupid.
Oh, man. Whoa. Well, the question becomes this, I don't have the answer. But the question is, people just want that quick, 1, 2, 3 step formula to get whatever they want. That's all there is. People seem not to want to do any work. They just want an answer.
I understand that. I want that quick and easy 1, 2, 3 step formula. And part of the reason why we started making these videos is because the more I searched for that something, someone, some understanding that was just going to give me that easy, quick thing, the more I realized that I couldn't find it. And because I came from a Christian Baptist background, and I realized that those people were lying to me a lot, I'm not ready to just allow anybody to lie to me and just accept it because it's quick and easy. So, but the problem is people don't want this uneasiness or this not real understanding, but sometimes you have to be in that fog in order to really see the light.
Well, part of it, part of the point is back to why we made the channel. Go back to the Bible and read. Tends to be the first step to solving whatever your question may happen to be. Start looking in there and seeing how the stories can apply to you. But that takes work.
One of the things of being reborn, being baptized, is to say that you start over. So you have to realize that you don't have the answers. You've got to allow the Most High to answer these questions for you. And you're just not going to find all of any answer listening to people, but people want you to believe they have the answer so that you will listen and follow them. It makes me think of a story where Satan says to himself, you know what? I want this wall painted. So he gets down off the wall and he picks up a bucket of red paint and he goes to the wall and he starts painting it. And some people see him and they say, oh my gosh, that's Satan. He's evil. He's painting the wall red. We've got to stop it. The wall should be purple. So they push him aside and they pick up a bucket of purple paint and they start painting the wall. And then Satan kind of backs up, looks at him, smiles, goes up and sits on top of the wall. So while they're painting the wall purple, somebody else comes up and says, no, purple is evil. You should not use that color. And they come with gold and they start painting it gold. And then the fight ensues and people start going on side to side and different people have different ideas of what color the wall should be painted and they start painting and everybody's hating each other and they're disliking each other and they're fighting and killing, and then eventually Satan looks down and the whole wall is painted. And the people stop and they look and they're like, yes, we've done it. And then you look over and you see that the wall is a rainbow color and everybody's happy.
And Satan just smiling on the corner, right? Just a big old grin. See, got it done. There you go.
He's especially happy. But people in their mind feel like they have defeated him when really they're just doing what it is he wanted them to do. So, when you have these people out here, it's these so-called conscious, woke people or who are telling you this is what you need to be interested in, this is what you need to be looking at, and it's not the Bible. We have to go behind, this paywall or whatever because we can't talk about the things that we want to talk about. Because,
out in the open, yeah.
Yeah. Well, why can't you talk about the Bible, what God says? Everything that's happening now has happened in the past. Maybe it's not a direct correlation, but it's still the same thing. We're just a circle. We're just, the world is just turning in a circle. And so anything that's going on now, you can find something in the Bible to relate to it, to give people wisdom they can use in order to navigate what's going on.
Yeah. My favorite is you watch these people and they'll bring up some problem like you don't have enough opportunity. You don't have the job that you want. And they'll give this story about some person who's in the same sort of situation. Mm-hmm. And then they'll end off with, and what they did was start a little business and, got into their community and started a little business and just got as connected to the world as they could. And you're just like, I'm listening to this and I'm like, no, wait, hold up. How about disconnecting from the world, stepping back from this craziness that's going on instead of embracing it? If you see that the world is crazy, which it is, why would you want to be crazy with it? But that's the first thing everybody talks about.
Right, because people are so used to what the world says, which is that you are the determination as to what you have and where you go. And that's not what the Bible says. So we feel like if we're not doing something to gain something, then something's wrong.
Right.
We have to be the ones that fix the problem instead of relying on the Most High to lead us to what it is that we need to be doing. Because maybe that problem just needs to be broken.
Yeah. You're absolutely right. I got to say it. I got to bring it up again. You were talking politics for a second.
Right.
And I just got to do it. Save your time. Don't vote. I mean, there's nothing there. You see these people every 4 years. The states lose their mind. Everybody flips out, and all they do is try to get everybody to vote. And it doesn't matter who you vote for. It just doesn't matter. Nothing. Your vote does not matter. They're lying to you. They have been lying to you, and that's what's funny. You see these people in the you see these people out there, and they'll talk about how the government's lying to you. Mm-hmm. They're telling you all this story, and then they'll say, in the same breath, well, we just need to vote for somebody else. No, they're all lying to you. Why do you think it's somebody that's not how this works? When they're lying to you, they're going to keep lying to you. Why do you think it's going to be any different? I just don't understand why these people do this.
Well, everything is the same way. Even if you talk about finances and money, we're on the bottom, we're poor, we're having these problems, and it's the system. The system, the way that it's worked out, is made it so that we are at this place. And so what we have to do is figure out a way to use and manipulate the system. I'm like, what? So the system is broke and it's made to hurt you, but somehow you think that you can then use that system in order to get ahead.
I know. It's great. You gotta love it.
And I'm like, wow. But you'll have somebody out there saying, yes, right, speak that truth.
There's plenty of self-help people out there that will tell you, let me go back to the Bible for a moment. It tells you that the people will gather pastors to them that say what they want to hear.
Right. Not exact quote, but
that's true.
Right.
And that's literally what is going on. People just want some quick answer. They just want, tell me the 2 or 3 steps I got to do to be successful, or tell me these steps so I don't have to worry about it. And they'll be happy to tell you some bull that has nothing to do with the cost of tea in China. People will do whatever they say do, and that's it. They won't think any further.
Which is why I don't want to just yell out, well, this person is stupid, or that person is stupid, or this person is evil, because those people are there for a reason. God has put them in a place of power to have this pull on people because there's only a remnant of us who are going to make it.
Right.
And so, evil has its purpose, right? Because we are to be tested. The thing is that it's so disheartening when it feels like everybody is failing the test. And hell, I'm listening to these other people, so me too.
Well, the bigger point is if you can, regardless as to what happened today, you have to be going back to the Bible and correcting yourself for tomorrow. And that is the step, repenting from what people have, whatever you may have done, and continuing to try and straighten your path with the Most High. That's what people forget. They go to church or they go to a video or something to that effect, and they'll see it and they'll be like, I'm good. And then they're done, and that was it. And they didn't do anything else. And the next day today they'll hear step to the left, and tomorrow they'll hear step to the right, and the next day they'll hear, take 2 steps backwards. Something, next thing you know, they've walked in a square and they have no idea what. I'm telling you, they're just doing whatever a lot of these people say do. So just like you said a moment ago, they'll say, here's a story. Let me translate the story for a second. They'll say, here's a story to make you upset on Monday. And then on Tuesday, they'll say, here's a story to make you smile. And then on Wednesday, they'll say, here's a story to make you upset. See, they're just cherry picking and screwing with people's emotions.
And all the while, they're leading you to searching out the story or whatever instead of searching out the Most High, which is what you're called to do. So thank you for listening to me, bitch. I needed to get that out. I'm sorry if you didn't like it.
No, it's all.
But I feel better. Really, that's what matters at this point.
So, guys, once again, I want to encourage all of you to push the like button or
dislike,
leave a comment or a question of some sort. Let us know that you're out there. Thank you all so very much for taking a few moments to listen to us today. Do you have anything else you want to say?
Kwam Yasharala.
Bye.
You can pretend